Hey y'all, good morning. Happy Friday, my favorite day of the week. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here. Turn this down, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let's get into our show, honey, because we do have one. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it. Who we got? Who we got up in here? Let's see. Let's take Kenya down, honey. We ain't ready for you yet, Kenya. Let's see who we got. We got my mods up in here. I see Rose is up in here. Truth is up in here. Hey, Sheila Washington, thanks for being here, love. And everybody coming in. We're going to give everybody just a couple minutes to get in here. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Friday. Okay. I don't know why I'm so damn sleepy, y'all. Well, I did stay up. I watched TV a little bit last night. So, yeah, I probably should have went to bed, but we're going to get through it. I am home today, so hallelujah. Okay. All right, I ain't got to deal with nobody today, child. Hallelujah. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is Friday. It is Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys got your coffee, got your tea, and you're getting where you need to be. I see people still coming in. I see some more people coming in. I see some people in the bushes. It is what it is. But everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's go ahead and jump into the show because we have a good show. All right, typically I don't like to do politics on Fridays, but when we have things that we got to talk about and update you guys on, then we definitely like to do that. So let's get into it. Hey, Shirley Terry, thanks for being here. Maria and everyone else coming in. Easter Washington, I see you. I see Lewis, I see you. Hey, Felicia and everybody. Thank y'all. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to Newsom Official. All right, Christy Noem gets ate up, you guys, in the House Judiciary Committee hearing. And let's get into her. Y'all know Jasmine Crockett gonna always eat down, honey. Let's go.
Are you aware that the law makes it clear that members of Congress are allowed to enter any detention facility at any point in time in which they choose to?
Yes, I'm aware of the visitation and oversight responsibility, and we work every day to try to accommodate members of Congress while taking into account the safety of those individuals that are being detained there.
At any time, correct?
Yes, I understand there's litigation in this area.
No, that's not my question. I'm not asking you about litigation. Yeah. I'm asking you what the law is, because let me put it to you this way.
There's an appropriations rider that talks about
correct, and appropriations are law, because you are asking us to appropriate dollars right now for DHS, correct?
Correct.
And if we do that, you would take that as law, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that is what the law states, yet somehow myself and another colleague, Congressman Castro, we ended up giving a 7-day notice to the Dilley detention facility because I had actually already gone to El Paso before. And when I went to that facility and I asked them why it was that they were requiring me to do something that specifically my branch of government had dictated was not required, they said it was because of you. Ooh. They said you were the one that said that they were not allowed to allow us entry unless we gave a 7 days heads up. Is that true?
The law specifically states oversight and visitations, and we are working to facilitate those. And we're at that time.
Did you give the instruction that members must give a 7 days heads up or not?
We had a policy in place that allowed us to get.
Were you the one that ordered that policy?
I have a responsibility for ensuring everybody in that facility is going to be safe, and that I have.
Okay, no, but that's not my question, because the problem, let me tell you why we need to reclaim my time. The reason that I'm talking to you about this policy and you're talking to me about safety is because I did go into the Dilley detention facility. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, they're not safe. This is why we need to conduct oversight, because your people continue. In fact, you have lost more lives in detention than anybody else. That is your record right now. So I don't expect that y'all are going to be the ones that are going to be best to keep them safe. This is why we are supposed to conduct oversight and not wait for you to give permission. In fact, after I left the Dilley facility, we were informed of a measles outbreak that was taking place in that facility. And another question I have, are you the one that ordered it to be reopened because that facility was closed under Joe Biden?
Those facilities were opened with the new administration. I'd have to
look you're part of the new administration. Were you the one that ordered it to be open is my question.
I would have to see when it was opened, because I wasn't sworn in until 5 days after.
Okay, well, it was reopened in March. I would
have to look at
when it was. Are you aware that the law makes it clear that members of Congress are allowed to enter any detention facility at any?
Baby Jasmine was on her ass, won't she? I I love it. I love it. Jasmine was on. We're not gonna let you skirt around these lies today, baby. No, ma'am. She was on her ass, and the way she tried to get around the answer of just saying yes. What she was asking her was really a yes or no. But when people try to give you the long answer, most of the times when you're asking them something direct, that's when you know they're lying. Okay, give me the short answer. It's just a simple yes, girl. Just a simple yes or no. All right, but because she could not do her job right and want to sit up and damn lie, let's get into the update on her, right? This is what her ass get. So Donald Trump fires DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and replaces her with Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. Let's get into that.
President Trump has just announced that Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is out of a job. This follows reports that the president was frustrated by her recent testimony on Capitol Hill. Noem under fire from both parties over her job performance and her handling of the immigration crackdown. And that includes her response to the deadly shooting by federal agents of 2 American citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Just moments ago, the president saying he's naming Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin to become the next Secretary of Homeland Security. Let's get straight to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, what do we know?
Well, Kira, the president just announcing this in a social media post that Markwayne Mullin is going to become the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security as of the end of this month. And the president, who, as we know, had grown increasingly frustrated with Secretary Noem this following several days of her testimony up on the Hill, the president posting the current secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere. It also comes, of course, as you note, that she received a lot of backlash after her response to the killings of 2 American citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy in Minneapolis. She, of course, was very quick to come out and label them domestic terrorists. She falsely said that Preddy was brandishing a gun. It created quite a controversy for the administration. Then, of course, the president moved in Tom Homan, his border czar, to take over the situation in Minneapolis. But Kira, the big picture here, it is important to remember that this is now the first major firing that we have seen in the president's second term. To fire Kristi Noem, move her away from being the DHS secretary to this new post at the end of this month. Unlike in his first term, where there was quite a bit of turnover in the cabinet, she is now the first cabinet secretary to be let go by President Trump.
And Pam Bondi is up for impeachment as well from her position. So they getting them on up out of there, right? Everybody getting out except Trump's ass. He firing people, his ass need to be fired. But let's continue on. Had to put that bit of news out there. Let's get into No Neck Benzino talking about 50 Cent. Now your ass gonna have a documentary. Y'all know 50 Cent is on these damn documentaries. I told y'all yesterday he's talking about doing a documentary on T.I. and Tiny about their sexual allegations that were out. That's been out on them. And now Benzino is speaking out. Now, in a recent interview, Benzino said that 50 Cent already lost, and that is why he wants to do a documentary. Now, I wouldn't say he lost. I mean, just because he didn't want to do a versus battle, as petty as 50 Cent is, yeah. I wouldn't call that a loss. I would just call that him going in a different direction in order to troll. I think we all know that 50 Cent made good on his promises, right? I mean, look at the Diddy documentary, which was very much so doing great numbers over there, and still is doing great numbers over there on Netflix. And then again, there's another documentary coming up with Ja Rule, supposed to be in May. And now he's talking about doing one on T.I. and Tiny, bringing eyes to the sexual allegations that they have on them as well. So Benzino, don't get him digging up your shit, okay? So you might want to stay out of this. Don't have nothing to do with you. Let them fight, honey. That's how I be. Do like me. Sit back and watch the fight go on, child. I'm like Celia out the color purple. I'm going to sit back and see what color the wall be next. I ain't about to get into the middle of your bullshit. I'm not refereeing nobody's fights, honey. Y'all go and fight. Thug it out. I don't give a hot damn. I'm just going to sit back, laugh with my popcorn like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, my God. Ooh, child. Ooh, did y'all hear that? Ooh, that's me. So let's get into this.
We don't talk about niggas' wives. We don't do that. Just bring up families, and this is battling, nigga. You supposed to rap. And if your raps ain't on point, well, then you just lose. Another thing is, niggas don't want to take no L's. Life is about taking, you can't go through life without taking L's. Life is L's and W's. It's just how many W's you're going to have and how many L's you're going to have before you check out. That's just what life is. You can't avoid L's, nigga. He taking L's, man.
Benzino still sitting up here faking, talking about Diamond ran him over. Now he up here with an arm brace on, like his arm broke, when he clearly said that he had neck problems. But you got no neck. But he clearly said he had neck problems. He had on a neck brace. So where the neck brace at? So you supposed to have on a neck brace. You said your neck got hurt when you got ran over in the parking lot, but you got on an arm sling. Why is your arm in a sling if your neck that we don't even see was injured with his lying ass? That's the team.
He taking L's. When it comes to this hip hop shit, his music, he taking L's. We don't talk about niggas.
So he's upset and jumping in 50 Cent and T.I.'s issue. The issue is, you guys know, for those of you joining for the very first time, 50 Cent and T.I., they're beefing because 50 Cent put up a picture about Tiny. It was an embarrassing picture where her BBL was showing, and it was a fucking mess. Yes, it was. But 50 decided to troll, which then sparked T.I.'s kids popping up doing videos and posts and all types of stuff coming after 50 Cent. But 50 Cent, he's been holding his own, and he's now decided to extend this new documentary that he's working on to expose T.I. and Tiny. So now Benzino, Neck Zeno, as we call his ass, wants to jump into the middle of this, which now that's going to put you in the line of fire, because now 50 Cent going to be trolling your ass, and I'm going to be right here covering it. Moving right along. Thank you, Hits on Fire. All right, let's get into this. Tina Knowles, child, Beyonce mama, and her daddy over here throwing damn shade. Now, my thing is this. I feel like Beyonce's mom and dad contributed to them being the stars that they are today. All right, Matthew Knowles did not want to give Tina Knowles any credit for Beyonce and Destiny's Child being, stars. He didn't want to do that. So he sat down in an interview, and when it was mentioned that what contribution did Tina Knowles give in terms of the girls being successful, and Matthew acted like he didn't want to give her no credit, even though we know Tina was the hairstylist, Tina was the she got their outfits together and things like that, made sure the girls got to practice and all of that. She was like a mother to all of the girls in the group. So Matthew Knowles, unlike your ass over here sniffing the cocaine of honor, the cocaine, okay, as they were saying, you sniffing lines and touching behinds over there. I'm gonna say it again. You were sniffing lines and touching behinds. You were trying to holler at some of the young girls in the group, okay? One of the girls who wound up leaving the group because she said you tried to hit on her because she just wanted to get up there and sing, and because she did not take you up on your advances, then you kicked her out of the group. Yeah. So let's get into this. He's something else, child. He's something else. So uncrowned black queen is, and Tina Knowles doesn't really get credit, child. So Tina Knowles said that she added someone said that thank you for this beautiful piece on me and my designs. Y'all know she's a designer, honey. She was doing hair and all that. She was a hairstylist back then. So let's get into some of the comments. It said that laughing my ass off. This is a clap back at Matthew. That says that it actually wasn't funny enough. Said that this was written 2 weeks ago. Another person says that God worked through you because how dare that man play in her face. Another person says at Miss Tina Knowles' impact on culture is far-reaching and will never be forgotten. Another person goes on to say to turn nothing into something. Someone else says true creator. So she's getting a lot of people who are coming in and being supportive of her. So let's get into what Matthew had to say.
When the local anchor here in New York City, Candace Gibson, he asked you about Miss Tina Knowles. He said that he was trying to give you both your flowers, and you asked him, what did she do? What did you mean by that?
I think I calmly, what I said, and I'm actually quoting, what work did she put in? It was a question. When I don't do interviews, Carlos, I have conversations.
Yeah.
And I have the right, as you know, I'm a college professor. I didn't know what he meant by that. So I'm saying calmly, what work did she put in? That was a question. I don't know how that became a comment, but it was a.
Why are you trying to act like he ain't shading Tina Knowles? Tina was right there with you when you were trying to get the girls out there and get them noticed and to be famous. So Tina also contributed as well. It was her money that was helping the girls get there, just like you. She was bringing in the money. You was sending it out by going out there, getting lines and sniffing lines. And she would be looking for your lying, cheating ass while you was out there cheating and doing all the shit that you were doing while your ass should have been home. So that's why she ain't with you no more. And I feel like you're still bitter with Tina because she out here leveling up and doing well. Yes, he's remarried and doing his thing. He does manage a lot of other artists. But my thing is, he still sounds like a bitter little biatch. And you should give this woman her credit, right?
Question. And then the gentleman went on to say her hair. Well, Tina did way more than just her hair. And if you look at the interview, I said her hair. No, she did.
So Matthew, in the interview, when
The styling built the image for Destiny's Child. Wouldn't you agree that that's way more than just saying someone did the hair?
No, absolutely. I think a lot of people are familiar with Destiny's Child's story. I mean, they're one of the biggest female groups of all time. And so I think a lot of people felt like it was an awkward moment. It certainly appeared to be awkward. And I think people wanted clarity because they know what Miss Tina has done. They, of course, know your legacy with Destiny's Child.
Okay, so as you guys can see, he tried to throw in a little subtle shade, like what did she contribute? Like he didn't want to give her any credit, like he did it all. But no, I feel like they collectively, as a husband and wife duo, they actually put Beyonce and the girls on the map. Okay, they put Destiny's Child on the map, and that's how we came to know them. They both put in their hard-earned coins in order to help push these girls into success. So yeah, let's get into this.
I've said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair.
Okay, you're absolutely right.
And the styling. The style.
But see, it's the way he said it. Whenever he said you and Tina put the work in, you know, to help the girls. So then he comes back with what work did she put in? Like she didn't put no work in. Yeah, you putting in a lot of dick miles back then. That's what they said, Matthew. I'm just saying because your own damn daughter didn't want to talk to your ass no more. Like Beyonce ain't fool with you. You out here making kids and everything while you was married. You was doing the fucking most. So you was putting in some work.
Imaging, you're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name and different aspects of that.
Sure.
So, yeah.
He's so arrogant. I cannot stand Matthew Knowles, okay? I cannot stand him. Let's move along, though. Moving along. We're not going to stay on that, child, because we have other things to get into. Okay. All right, so let's get into this next topic. Nicki Minaj feels away because her sister, Ming Lee, went to a Cardi B concert. Y'all know Nicki and Cardi do not fool with each other, but apparently Nicki Minaj's sister, Ming Lee, honey, wanted to take her ass to a Cardi B concert, and baby, she was having a good old time over there. I said, okay. So they said that the Barbs are slamming Nicki Minaj's little sister, Ming Lee, for attending a Cardi B concert. Now, my thing is this, just because your sister's Nicki Minaj, it doesn't mean that you don't have a taste for music that Cardi B put out as well. She's got some really good music. All of her songs are like #1 songs. They're bop. I mean, shit, I play them in my car. I like them. Is she a little grimy? Yes, but that's what's in right now. But I feel like Nicki is a fucking hater because she didn't want to see Cardi surpass her and get all these fans and this clout and attention that she's getting with her new album. And with just her being, you know, her star power. Y'all know Cardi came from being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I feel like Nicki feels away like, damn, this bitch walked past me from being on Love and Hip Hop. And now she's being loved and adorned by all these damn fans. When, you know, my Barb's out here, honey. And nothing against nobody to like Nicki. If you are a fan of Nicki, like who you like. I'm not that type of person to tell you who to like and not like. But don't be mad at your sister because she liked some Cardi B songs and she over there turning up and that shit at the concert, right? So let's get into it, child, because she's just, I mean, she's singing word for word. She having a good old time. Okay, that's all we're going to play, just so y'all know what song it is. So Ming Lee, this is her. This is Nicki Minaj's sister. As you guys can see, she's having a good old time. She said, babe, my own sister called me a clown and a mooch, and y'all still support. Said they couldn't even tell y'all who her real daddy was. Oh, shit. Said that, please, I post what I want, and y'all chose to take it to offense for what? Said that for a woman who wouldn't even piss in a bucket if you was thirsty. Not thirsty, girl. They got to be out here drinking piss. Oh my God. But what y'all think about it? So Nicki Minaj's younger sister, Ming Lee, is facing backlash online after fans spotted her at a concert for Cardi B. Now, photos and videos from the show quickly circulated on social media, prompting criticism from some of Nicki's fans who questioned why she would want to attend a performance by an artist involved in a long-running feud with her sister. So Ming Lee later addressed the backlash online, pushing back at critics and suggesting that people should be able to support multiple artists without choosing sides. I agree. Said that Nicki Minaj has not publicly commented on the situation as of yet. So y'all know Nicki's barbs, honey. They stay in the comments, they stay trolling and be ready to run up and will run up on people. They've been known to go to people's houses and set it off, child. But I feel like her sister Ming Lee should be able to support whoever she wants. She's having a good time. It's her money. If she paid for her own fucking ticket, then she should be able to go and drop booty like everybody else at the fucking concert. I don't have a problem with it. What y'all think? Sound off. All right, moving on. All right, so let's get into somebody else who was enjoying the concert, child. I said, oh my God, Cardi's bringing the girls out, okay? Cardi's bringing the girls out. And one of the girls that stepped out was none other than Stefan Diggs' mama, honey. She put on her little short skirt, and she came out to Cardi B's show to support Cardi, okay, for her Little Miss Drama tour. So Cardi B's Little Miss Drama show, honey, in Houston Wednesday night had quite a dramatic guest list, including Stefan Diggs' mama, honey, who was out there throwing ass at the concert as well. Let's get into it, honey. Shout out to TMZ Sports, because that's where we saw it. Look at her. There's no sound, guys, okay?
It's been a tough week for NFL star Stefan Diggs.
Okay.
I'm Michael Babcock, and this is Open Mic. So not only did Stefan find out on Wednesday that the New England Patriots intended to cut him, but his own mother attended the concert of his ex, Cardi B. Now, of course, those two had a really contentious breakup, but that did not stop Stefan's mom, Stephanie, from going to the Little Miss Drama show in Houston. She actually went with DeAndre Hopkins' mother, and it looks like the women had an absolute blast.
Look at the mama out here with her little skirt on, honey. The mama's just stepping out, looking like little tatas. It's okay. Mama said she got a life too. Mama got to live too. So I ain't mad, honey. That's Stefan Diggs' mama right here in the little red skirt. And that's the other guy, mama. I don't know him. But anywho, so what y'all think? They're out here turning up.
Now, this is notable again because they had a really ugly breakup. But it's not that simple. The reality is that Stefan Diggs and Cardi B had a baby together in November. So it's not just mom hanging out or going to the show of an ex-girlfriend. Stefan's mom is grandma, and they're all going to be in each other's lives. And that's just the reality. The bright spot for Stefan Diggs, the week's almost over.
Look at mama. Mama's like, okay. I ain't mad at it. Shit.
It's been a tough.
I'm gonna be probably 60 in my 60s and 70s still out here. Because we got good knees over here. My knees still work, honey. And I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. And if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. But but y'all be 60, 70 years old, still out here dropping it, shaking it, twerking it. We still got it, honey. Yes. All right. So I ain't mad, honey. Grandma's is out here doing it too. So yes, get it, honey. I ain't mad at you. Let's move along, honey. Let's get into Mr. Shiloh Sanders, honey. He is on the roster. Let me first pause my show to send a happy birthday shout out to one of my favorites over here, Miss Mary, honey. Y'all give Miss Mary some happy birthday shout outs because her birthday is today. Is it today, Mary? I want to make sure that I'm putting it up there right. Is your birthday today, Mary? Please give Miss Mary some happy birthday shout out. Show her some birthday love, okay? Come on, 64. All right, Don Price said I'm 64 this month. Let them know, okay? That's right. See, when you I'm gonna say seasoned. I don't like to call people old. When you're much seasoned, when you're seasoned, honey, when you got that salt, pepper in your hair, and you still out here looking good with no wrinkles in your face and your knees still working, you still can get out here and get it, girl. That's what it's all about. See, that's why some of these hoes be hating, because they old looking in the face, and these bitches is still young out here because y'all lived a rough life. And a seasoned bitch like me can come up and through here and walk past you, and you still got to give me another once over, because you like, bitch, how is it that you still out here serving hoes like you doing, girl? Oh, they be mad. See, it don't take me long to get ready because the bitch already together, right? Ain't got to put all that Maybelline and shit on. We can get on in here and get what we got to get done. Yes, honey. Hey, Mary, thank you so much for the birthday. Give her the birthday love. But let's get into our Shiloh, honey. Child, these hoes out here be These hoes out here be 24 with wrinkles and knees fucked up. And I can walk past you and twerk past you and the knees ain't popping or nothing. Ain't no wrinkles over here. We healthy and everything, serving body and everything. Okay. Child, that's why the hoes is mad. But let's get into this topic right here. Deion Sanders' child, Deion Sanders' son Shiloh, attempts to dismiss a $250,000 NIL lawsuit in the bankruptcy, which was denied. Okay. Child, let me find out. He got some money problems. Your daddy is Deion Sanders. Girl, go over there and tell him to write you a check to fix this, child. Okay. Now, Deion Sanders' son, Shiloh Sanders, is accused of improperly moving NIL earnings as trustee claims funds belong to the creditors. Okay. Y'all see the March birthdays? We got more March birthdays. Yeah, y'all seen the birthdays in. Now, the NFL, free agent son of Colorado head football coach Deion Sanders has suffered a setback in his ongoing bankruptcy case after a judge ruled that a lawsuit tied to the matter can move forward. Now, according to the court documents obtained by USA Today, the decision allows a bankruptcy trustee to continue pursuing claims that Shiloh improperly transferred funds after filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in October. See, the thing with bankruptcy is if you are filing for bankruptcy, you do have to report all income because they want to make sure that you are in the ramifications of what you're asking the courts to help you do, because the purpose of bankruptcy is to clean up, to pay off debts that you have that you can't pay on your own. You want to be on a type of payment plan under the courts. Under a sworn court to allow you to get your shit together financially. So you can't be hiding money and moving shit around when you're doing that to throw off, because you do have to be under oath when you do that. So you can't be lying because your ass can't get in trouble. Now, the trustee alleges that Shiloh moved roughly $250,000 after filing for bankruptcy protection, which should have been disclosed and potentially used to help satisfy the debt. Now, the bankruptcy filing came after he was hit with a massive $11.89 million civil judgment stemming from a lawsuit filed by a security guard who accused him of assault during an incident that occurred while Shiloh, now 26, was still in high school. Imagine that, getting a $11.89 million lawsuit against you in high school for assaulting somebody. And they only did it because of who his dad is, which is Deion Sanders. They feel like, yeah, some money over there. You hit me, I'm going to sue you. And that's how a lot of people are. They talk a lot of shit. Then we run up on them and pop their ass real good. It's, oh, I'm suing. Nah, same energy. Okay. Fuck all that suing. Hands, girl, hands. Okay. All right, but let's move along. Somebody else who has a lot of aggression that's caused them a lot of backlash in Hollywood and cost them some jobs as well. Let's get into that. Okay. Terrence Howard. Y'all wonder why y'all haven't been seeing Terrence Howard in a lot of movies and stuff here lately? Well, Terrence is admitting that his temper cost him major Hollywood roles and says that he lost Iron Man after threatening to knock a producer, Joel Silver's, teeth out. So you can't be doing that. You can't threaten to knock your boss' teeth out or the person that's in charge of giving you the job, because then you fuck yourself up. And people in Hollywood talk. They say that Terrence Howard, he's mad aggressive. Don't work with him. And the next thing you know, you be going and auditioning for roles and ain't nobody checking for you, even though he's a great actor, right? Terrence been on a lot of great roles. He's an awesome actor, but I feel like his attitude, and he's admitted it as well, has caused him not to be in places that he should be in. Okay. And that go for anybody. Fix your attitude, adjust your attitude. Don't always allow things to get you in situations or get you upset to where your attitude give you so many major setbacks when you should be out here leveling up. That's the goal, is to level up. But don't get yourself blackballed or banned from being in places where you should be, right? Okay. Well, let's get into Terrence Howard. Shout out to It's on Site.
Same thing happened with me and Joe Silver. I'm doing the Brave one, and we're at the Venice Film Festival, and some reporter out of nowhere gaslights me. And he says to me, he's like, why isn't your name above the titles with Jody? And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, why isn't my name above the titles with Jody? So I started making calls as if that was my right. And it wasn't. And then Joe Silver came and had a conversation with me. He's like, the reason your name isn't above the titles is because you're not the star of this thing. It's Jody. And if you get nominated for an Oscar, it's going to be for supporting actor. It's not going to be for best actor.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, thank you for telling me that. Now I understand. But you have to remember, I'm a man just like you. And if you ever talk to me in that way again, I'm going to knock your teeth out your mouth.
You said that.
This is what I said. And then I have to fly back on a private flight with him.
Damn. That is funny.
And Susan Downey is his producing partner on that. And then maybe 8 months later, I lose Iron Man.
See?
And I'm sure that all of those things played their part, but I got gaslit. He did the right thing in coming and talking to me, but I responded in this aggressive manner instead of being cool about and understanding that, you know, you get what's supposed to come
Tough
to
thing
you.
to admit to, though.
Oh my
You're in a
God.
business where it's image. It's so you're to take. So yours. So what? How could you have done it differently?
Oh,
If you go back.
I would have just let it pass with him asking, you know, shouldn't you be above the titles? Well, if I should be above the titles, I would be. You know, you are where you're supposed to be. Now I understand that. I had a meeting with Denzel once, and he told me, he was like, look at your hands, man. You're always like this. Your fists are all balled up. He said, and all these producers want to do is they're trying to open your hand and so they can put money in it. But
That's deep. Denzel is so full of knowledge. I like how he said that. When you like this, you're aggressive. Your stance, your body language always give aggression. And they just really trying to bless you, but they can't put no blessing in your hand because you always on the defense. I love that. Oh my God.
you won't do it. You keep your hands all tight like this, and you're blowing it.
Mm.
And this is 20 years ago.
Holy moly!
This
What
is
kind of
20 years ago.
advice?
Wisdom.
So 20 years ago, were you at your? Were you come 20 years ago? Would be what? 2006. So 20 years ago.
It was right before, it was maybe about 20. It was right before I did Hustle and Flow. It was right before, because I ended up going back into the Chitlin circuit. I was no longer being supported by the studios again. You know, because I was so aggressive.
Happen? How many times?
At least 8 times. I've had a number of opportunities, and, you know, but my aggression, you know, my need to be a man, you ain't gonna talk to me like that, you know, instead of learning how to diffuse and to walk away and to smile. Okay, this isn't your day, or this isn't my road right now. But I've been beat up so much as a little kid because I was light skinned with green eyes in a black neighborhood, you know, and they used to slap me and say, watch him turn red. And I had to learn how to fight at 13, 14. And once I learned how to fight, now I'm gonna make everybody pay for what's happened to me. And that's what I realized I was doing. I'm just battling. I'm battling shadows from the past. You ain't gonna punk me, you know? And it's like I was punking myself. So that's the hardest thing, to get out of your own way, to recognize, oh, wow, this ain't even about me.
Did you enjoy doing Iron Man?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
If anyone can ever get into doing the Marvel movies, there's so much money to be made there, because Marvel keep recreating themselves in their movies. And that's why I'm a huge Marvel junkie. Y'all know that about me if you watch me. But oh my God, for him to lose Iron Man, like, sir, you got to adjust your attitude. And I get it, why he has that aggression, because of what he went through in his childhood. But at some point, you got to realize, like, everybody's not your enemy. Your ego a lot of times will put you in places that you should not be in. The goal, like I said, is to level up and be great. But sometimes we can stand in our own way from having so much ego and aggression. Okay, you got to deal with childhood trauma, so you don't carry it into adulthood and wind up losing things that you should get, right? People be trying to bless you and do things for you and put you in spaces, and they can't do that because you're standing in your own way. It's the you know, the look on your face, or the aggression in your tone, or, you know, the way you come off your stance in terms of how you deal with people. Learn how to talk to people. And you can check a person and not even be disrespectful. I call it corporate checking. I do it all the time. I don't let nobody talk crazy to me. I don't care if you're my boss. I've had to say something to my boss before. I don't care who you are. You will respect me because I'm respecting you. But it's the way that you say that shit, right? To let them know, yeah, you might make sure I get my check. But let me check you right quick and let you know, don't fucking disrespect me. Don't say fucking, but don't disrespect me, okay? And there's a way that you just have to do it, you know? Terrence Howard, he's a great actor. It's crazy. But I'm happy that he has admitted. That's the first step, is to admit that you were wrong and that you do have this issue. And now we see where it comes from. And a lot of you guys, when you guys be popping off and carrying on, a lot of it does come from childhood trauma and things that you dealt with. But you gotta maybe get some therapy, get some counseling, and learn where to place those feelings so that you don't always come off as aggressive and won't be wanting to fight in situations that don't even require that, right? Let's move on, honey. Shout out to Terrence on that. Clarissa Shields, let's get into her. Shout out to Mary White again, honey. Shout out to Mary. Because Mary always be over here supporting me, so she know I love her. All right, Sozie Radio, let's get into them. Clarissa Shields is giving a happy birthday shout out to Papoose. All right, it's his birthday. Let's get into it. I'm not sure why she just didn't tell him this. She always has to run to the internet and do this huge thing on the internet to let everybody know Papoose. Like, you should be his biggest cheerleader if you his woman that you sharing child. But anywho, what's that shade? You are sharing a man, girl. Given that you are sharing a man, I get it. You got to put your style so you can check the temperature. You're out there to let people know I still got this man, even though I'm sharing him. But she says, Clarissa Shields says, happy birthday to my man and my man only. No, girl, it's not your man only. It's Remy's man. She's loaning him to you. He'll be back home soon, okay? But happy birthday to my man and my man only at Papoose. God bless me with another year with my best friend. Can't wait to celebrate you today and the rest of your month. Let's party like the 70s. FYI, March 28th is a joint birthday party, okay? So she does all of her hashtags, whatever. What do y'all think about that? So I guess happy birthday to Papoose with his lying, cheating ass. Moving on. See? Gave you 5 minutes of shine, honey. Let's get into reality TV. We got a lot going on. Into the reality. Everything else going on now will be reality TV. We got a lot of reality TV stuff. So let's get into it. Some Bell Collective stuff. Let's get into that. I am a watcher of Bell Collective. It will be on tonight. So for those of you that watch Bell Collective, make sure your DVRs are set, honey, so that y'all can watch the show. All right. Let's get into it. Cliff and Glenn have not been hanging out together or hanging out together again, it says here. Let's get into it. It sounds like Cliff had to step back from Glenn since Latrice has a problem with Letitia, which y'all know Glendale is her husband, right? He's lying, cheating ass too. But let's get into Cliff and old boy.
Crazy. That's why I can't talk to Glenn right now, because some line you done crossed.
But I don't know, man.
We can be cordial, but we can never go back where we were.
Right.
So,
and I respect that, but I think there's got to be a way where you guys can sit down and discuss.
The Bells need to sit down and talk.
I agree.
I'm just married to a Bell. I'm not a Bell.
Right.
You might be a Bell.
But you in the circle.
I'm not a Bell. You understand?
So let me ask this. Do you think she's just salty right now? I
don't know. The way she thought, Glenn got to be reincarnated, then I can talk to him. It's crazy.
You might be a Bell. Cliff gonna always throw his shade in with his little Ernie looking self. He like Ernie from Sesame Street. Let's get into the Bells and why they fighting, girl. They always damn fighting. This season, it seems like they are fighting more than any other season. That damn Latrice and Letitia child, they are really keeping the ratings up on this damn show. Shout out to Dr. Marie Monroe, because that's where we're watching it from. Let's get into it. The Bells, honey.
Listen to how you sound as educated Black women. Listen to how you sound. Listen to how y'all are speaking to each other. But this is a Bell Collective?
What you're not going to do is disrespect me. What you're not going to do is
listen to how you sound as educated Black women. Listen to how you sound. Listen to how y'all are speaking to each other.
Well, I mean, naturally you would pop off on somebody if they address you with the B word. So I kind of get it. Latrice and Letitia, they've been fighting for a minute now. Okay, I think that Letitia has a lot of misplaced anger because she's unhappy in her marriage with Glenn and the things that he's doing. So she's lashing out at the girls. And I feel like she's holding on to this really small thing, if you can see through my fingers, with Latrice, that really ain't an issue, but she's turning it into a huge issue, more so for clout in a storyline, right? I don't feel like she wants to talk about all the things that's going on in her marriage and what's making her so unhappy, which is probably him cheating and disrespecting the fuck out of her, as he always does. But bottom line is she's using Latrice this season as her storyline to avoid talking about her real truth. That's what I see here. She don't really have shit else going on, but a cheating ass husband. That's her storyline every season. Her businesses ain't doing shit because she don't have one. But bottom line is, I think that Latrice is unhappy. I mean, Letitia is unhappy, and she continues to bring her ass on this show every season with the same attitude. And she always like to lash out and be angry at people that ain't even really checking for her ass like that, right? Like, girl, it's plenty of things you could do. Get on a treadmill, lose some weight, go to the gym, go see a therapist, right? Leave Glenn. I keep telling you that every year, but you still over there talking about you want to be celibate in a fucking marriage. And we all know that shit don't happen. Hopefully, not in mine, but what y'all think about that? It's very immature, okay? Like, either you guys like each other or you don't. At the bottom line, you got to film together, okay? Get your money and just stay the fuck away from her. It's clear y'all don't want to be friends no more. And sometimes a person can cross lines with you when you've been friends with them before to where you can't go back to that space again. But you can still be in spaces with that person. You can see them, but not see them, but still get your coin. And I feel like that's just what they need to do. I'm sick of the arguing back and forth because at this point, it's stupid. Two grown-ass women still arguing about the same shit every scene. Like, get over it, child. You don't have to like them, right? You don't have to like them. I can be in spaces with people I don't like and not even see them, not even see their ass in the room, and be turning up and having a good time, and you wouldn't even think that their ass is in the room. That's how I be. I don't let a bitch put me in a space where I'm uncomfortable like that. Okay, I control me and my emotions, and the bitch can be right here and I don't even see you. That's just how much I can ignore your ass. And everybody know, if y'all been watching me for a very, very long time, I'm very good at ignoring people. I can ignore the shit out of you and it will irritate the shit out of you because you really want that attention, but you won't get it. Moving right along. Let's get into some Kandi news, child. Kandi's doing a lot of interviews here lately, okay? Kandi's doing a lot of interviews. I know in one of the interviews, she said her phone is blowing up, child. People all in the DMs trying to holler at her, trying to get her attention because she got her mama wig on in this interview. Ooh, that was shady. But let's get into Kandi, honey, because she's talking about she's going to continue to help her family and everybody that's close to her as long as the Lord is out here blessing her. And I feel like Kandi is driving herself crazy trying to get all these jobs, and she's running rampant, and you're missing a lot of moments in your kids' life because you got too many people in your pockets, okay? I'm just saying, sometimes you got to stop and smell the fucking flowers. You flying by the flowers. You ain't even got a whiff of what the flowers smell like. Kandi, you've been working since you was a teenager. You are fully in your late 40s, girl, if not 50s yet, and it's time to slow down. You got young kids who need you. You cannot be gone for 6 months out of the year, okay, and then be mad at little leprechaun Tar for going out there filing motions for full custody because your ass ain't home. Nah, let's get into this.
Me and God got a pact. If he continues to bless me, I'm going to continue to make sure I'm using whatever I have and whatever avenues I have to make sure I'm sharing it amongst the people. And of course, the people that's closest to me.
Y'all can't tell me that ain't Mama Joy's wig, though.
I'm going to definitely make sure they're good.
Yeah.
You know, even when they're not asking. If I'm seeing that something needs to be done, I'm like, okay, what we need to do here? Okay, we need to make sure. And like even my little cousins or, you know, the youngsters that's close to me, like, okay, you need to be, you trying to go to school? What do you need? You know, what does this? It's a blessing to be able to do that.
What's it been like to be the engine for so many people?
I look at it as a blessing. Some people feel like, oh, you know, why they always got to ask me, whatever. And it's like, I was praying with one of my friends one time. We were saying our prayers together, and she's like, God, please bless us to always be able to lend and not have to borrow. And I said, that's a word. I'm gonna have to keep saying that because it may, for some people, may feel like a burden that you are always the one people always come to, but it's really a blessing. Because if people can come to you and you can do for them, or you can be the person that looks out for other people in your family, whether it's helping them through school or helping them, whatever that they're going through, that means you're in a blessed position. I always used to pray from the time I was younger to even now. It's like, God, I promise if you give it to me, I promise I'm going to share it. And I make it a point to make sure I do that, whether it's financially or opportunity wise, or, you know, like I'm always trying to put on everybody in my circle.
That's a word. I mean, that's I mean, the good books say that, right? He'll make you the lender and not the borrower. If you always out here begging and can you give me, if you a gimme girl, let me call it that. If you always a gimme girl and you ain't never doing this, but you always doing this, something wrong. Because the good books say he will make you the lender, meaning you supposed to be giving. We're supposed to be our brother's keeper, right? You're supposed to be helping people and not always on the side of always having to receive stuff. If you always got to be begging and borrowing, something wrong with you, something you're not doing right. Because at what point do you become the giver? I'm a giver. Y'all watch me, I'm a giver. I think Kandi's love language is giving. I think that she likes to be in a position to give, which is why she chooses the type of men she give. That she date, because she likes to be able to give and gifts. And like with Todd, she spoiled the shit out of Todd. I don't know why he fucked it up. Like who wouldn't like getting a new car like every other day, like birthday, and you walk outside and it's the nice Ford F-250 outside with a big ass bow on it that's fully paid for, pink slip in the damn glove box. Like who don't want that type of life? Who don't want that type of life to take special like lavish vacations that you ain't even got to come out of pocket for because the shit already paid for? Who don't want that kind of life to be married to a superstar like Kandi, the Kandi Burruss? I love the fact that she's a giver, because that's a great, I love to give as well. I'm a huge giver. But bottom line is, again, if you are always with your hand out and begging and asking for things, it's something that you're not doing with your life, because the good book does say to be the lender and not the borrower. So shout out to Kandi. I ain't mad at that, but I do feel like she's overexerting herself by having to work extra hard in order to please a lot of people who she's promised things to, and it's taken away from her being home with her children because she feels forced to have to go out there and get it all the time. Because this person lights got to be paid, this person car note, this person over here short on the rent, this person over here, and then of course she's taking care of her mama, which she should. That's her mama. Okay, but you buying mama houses every other year. Mama Joyce want a new car. Like Kandi's running herself rampant instead of slowing down and enjoying the things that you work for and being there with your kids. Like you have a young daughter. Riley went through the same thing when she was a kid. Mama Joyce raised Riley. I said it before. That's why she act like Mama Joyce. Now you have another little Blaze. She's a little girl. She 5-6 years old. She needs her mother. Yes, it's okay for Mama Joyce to step in and help raise and the nanny to be there, but you need to be there, because these are kids that you started all over from having an adult daughter, which was Riley, to now having Blaze, and then your other son. What's the other boy's name? I forget. But anywho, yeah. So I think Kandi girl, you at some point slow down. You touring, you're on Broadway. She shut down a lot of her businesses, so that's kind of that's kind of giving her more time there. But she's replacing that time from things that she's cut out. Like she shut down her Blaze restaurant, she shut down the OLG restaurants, but you replaced that with being on Broadway. So it's like you still don't have that extra space to kind of slow down. It's like she's programmed herself to just be on this right here. From the time you wake up, girl, you on an airplane going somewhere. Sometime at some point you got to slow it down. You do. And some people have that mentality, I'll rest when I'm dead. Like, no, you gotta make time for family. You gotta make time for your kids. You gotta make time for you. Okay, it's more to life than working, child. It is more. Ace, thank you guys, because y'all know I get to talking so fast I'll forget. But thank y'all. Y'all be helping me out in the chat. Thank y'all. You gotta slow down and smell the flowers, baby. You do. I love to go to work and get my money, but I also love to have some me time, go shopping, go on vacations, all of that. I got a vacation coming up here soon. Hallelujah. Okay. I need it in my life. All right, so let's get into this next one, honey. Andy Cohen is super happy that K. Michelle will be on his platform this season. Now, he did say he's never watched Love and Hip Hop, so I'm trying to figure out what it was that caused him to say, hey, K. Michelle will be a great fit for the show, because that's where we really remember her from. In addition to her music that she's put out, she's very talented there as well. But K. Michelle is TV gold. She's great TV. She's a great look, right? Because she does get the party started. She will turn up, and that's what they like on these shows. They like ratings. The check a bitch be like, don't put your hand in my. K. Michelle will go there, and that's what will make the ratings on. And is looking at ratings. He don't give a damn if they fight this year. He don't care if somebody's teeth get kicked out. He want ratings, okay? He don't give a fuck if somebody's forehead get mushed, and is like, get in there and get it. So he's happy to have K. Michelle on the show. So Andy Cohen DMs K. Michelle to tell her how great she is on Real Housewives of Atlanta, to welcome her to the team. He's happy to have her here. Now, while doing so, he discovered a DM that she sent him back in 2023 saying, I need a peach. This is the show I belong on. So she looks like for a while now that she's been eyeing being on the show, and voila, here she is. So I'm happy she's on the show. I will be watching. I love K. Michelle. I love her music, and I love her on TV. Let's get into what Andy had to say.
This is the cast we have been waiting for. K. Michelle. Now, are you familiar with K. Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, you are too, Jordan?
Yeah.
I loved her on. I was watching Love and Hip Hop when she was on.
Yeah.
She's so good. I'm so excited.
I have never seen one frame of Love and Hip Hop. Now, once we started filming and I was reading hot sheets from Atlanta, I DM'd K. Michelle to say, you're so great. I'm so glad you're on the team. What did I find? But a DM from K. Michelle from like 2023 or something being like, I need a peach. This is the show that I belong on. Somehow I had missed this. Oh my God.
I know. She's a superstar.
And in the interview chair, are you kidding me? And then, do you know Pinky?
Yes.
The founder of Slutty
Yes.
Vegan? Had you heard of Slutty Vegan?
Yes.
Before? Okay, so I'm so
Jordan's a vegan.
Yes, I
right.
didn't know her that.
This is the cast we have been waiting for.
But
Oh,
I
right.
didn't know her that well as like, just a person, a
So
personality.
they're pals. And then like Phaedra's known Pinky for 10 plus years from around Atlanta. Pinky and Shamia are pals. Portia and K. Michelle are pals. K. Michelle and Pinky go way back. Like it's a real group.
Right.
But when I tell you, I was cackling at the premiere. Now I had seen it and we had a little, I watched the cuts and we give notes and I there was work to be done, but I was like, wow, this is like super promising. But boy, so I'm 5 episodes into Atlanta of cuts and it is a delight.
But I didn't know her that.
I love it. Okay, so Andy is over the moon for K. Michelle. I think that's a great fit. I really do. I'm not too sure about Pinky Cole because I really haven't seen her do like television, so I don't really know how she moved with that. So we're gonna have to wait to see this season. April the 5th is when they'll be back. How that whole dynamic is and how she will fit into that. We've seen K. Michelle. We know what she brings, so I'm very excited to see that. Y'all know this season that she will be getting into a verbal altercation, almost physical, with Drew Sidora, right? So that's gonna be some tea. We already showed you guys the video on that, the trailer for that. Yeah, so the girls are back. I see people in the comments saying, yes, honey, but we still need Lanithia Monique Leaks back on our show. And we really do. I like Nene. A lot of people don't like her because she's very anal and very mouthy, and she, be feeling herself a little too much. And she's a fucking narc, absolutely. But Nene is great TV as well. Nene and K. Michelle on the same platform, TV Go, right? TV Go ratings are that way. That's up, right? Yeah, that's up. Ratings that way, girl, with K. Michelle and Nene on the show, because I feel like both of them got slick mouths and they have that presence about them that make the girls have to work that's around them, okay? Portia, you got to come out of yourself and work, bitch, okay? Having Nene and K. Michelle on the same platform gonna make the girls gotta work. You ain't gonna be able to sit back and be quiet because the girls will be girling, okay? And that's what it's gonna be given. So shout out to Andy for giving K. Michelle her shout out because baby, she deserved it. All right, she gonna definitely give him them ratings this season. All right, let's get into some Kenya Moore news, Lord. We about done, y'all. We about done. All right, we breezing on through. Let's get into Kenya Moore still lying about she ain't got to get out when she do. All right, Kenya Moore is ordered to vacate Kenya Moore hair care spa. Okay. Shout out to Reality T Recap. Let's get into it, Lord. So the legal battle over Kenya Moore's hair care spa in Atlanta is still unfolding, despite Kenya recently saying the case was closed, Lord. Okay. Well, her lying self just up here lying and testifying and shit. Now, this is here's a quick recap. Let's get into the recap. Back in October of 2025, the landlord, Northern Chamberlain LLC, sued Kenya's company, More Vision Media, claiming that the salon stopped paying rent and utilities around December of 2024. The landlord said that the business owes about $87,976 in back rent and fees. Now, a judge previously ordered Moore's company to pay the balance in 2 installments, about $43,988 in late February, and another $43,988 by March of 2026, while continuing monthly rent payments. Okay. Now, Kenya has denied allegations and says that she actually withheld rent because the landlord allegedly failed to reimburse $80K in building out costs that were promised in her lease agreement. Obviously, the courts didn't see it that way because they ordered you to pay said rent. Again, you cannot withhold rent because you feel the landlord ain't giving you something that you feel he may have promised you. Rent, anytime you sign a lease, it is a binding contract, especially when you are taken to court. It says here the time that you will be renting from here to here, the agreement in terms of what the particular rent will be for, and the ramifications of what you can and cannot do on said property, right? Most landlords for spaces like that, like buildings that you rent, they don't really care if you do upgrades to whatever you need to, as long as you are bringing in whatever revenue that you can bring in, because the bottom line is they want their rent out of that revenue. So Kenya, she felt that she can go in, spend $300,000 to renovate this place and turn it into this luxurious hair care spa. But then she felt, oh my God, I spent way too much money. Bravo has fired me. I'm just not going to pay any rent and just say, hey, he owes me $80K because he promised that if I put in a light bulb here, door not there, plug socket here, then I'm going to get all this money on the back end. And that's just not how that works. The judge said, bitch, you got to pay. And February the 19th was supposed to be your first payment, and you did not do that. But then you did have time to hop your ass on social media when every single blogger began to talk about it and embarrass the fuck out of you, because I'm Kenya Moore twirled. So you twirled your ass to the internet and was trying to debunk everything that people were saying while we show court documents as it is on my screen. I'm going to show the blowed up copy here, in a minute. Okay. Now, the document states that Moore Vision Media failed to make court-ordered rent payments, and because of that, the sheriff or marshal is authorized to remove the business and return possession of the property to the landlord. Now, in simple terms, it says if the order is enforced, the landlord can legally take back the salon space and have the occupants removed. That means get the out of here. Now, the case is still developing, and Kenya has maintained that the reports about her owing rent are not the full story. All right. Of course. All right. So let's get into, because I did take the liberty to pull that document. Let's move it over so we can take a look at it, shall we? Because Kenya child, she ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna twirl and lie. And always not in that order either. Okay, she might lie first and then twirl. Bottom line. All right, so let's get into it, child. A twirling liar. That's what we're gonna call you, Kenya. A twirling liar. Let's get into the documents. We look at it a little closer. Okay. Yes, girl, we done blued it up for you. We blued it up. Now, this was filed, as you guys can see, 3/4. What's today? 2 days ago. 3/4/2026 at 11:17 a.m. Lord, at the Clerk of Superior Court of DeKalb County. Again, shout out to Reality T on this one. Now, in the Superior Court of DeKalb County, State of Georgia, Northland Chamber LLC, DBA, the debt code at 5211, which is the plaintiff, Kenya Moore Vision Media, which is the defendant. All right. Amended writ of possession, as you guys can see, to the sheriff and marshal or his lawful deputies, whereas defendant tenant Moore Vision Media Incorporated has failed to make rent payments in the court registry as required by courts, or this court's rather February the 3rd, okay, which was a couple of days, 2026 order compelling payments of rent into the registry of the court. Therefore, you are hereby commanded to place the plaintiff's landlord, Northland Chamber LLC, DBA, the debt code at 5211, in full and quiet possession of the premises located at 5211 Peachtree Boulevard, Suite 600, Chamberlain, Georgia, 30341, and to remove defendant tenants Moore Vision Media Incorporated and all other occupants their personal property, and any and all persons claiming through or under them from said premises. That means get the fuck out, Kenya. Since you so bold to get on the internet and lie about it, says you are further commanded to execute this writ of possession instanter and to file with this court a return of your actions here under. Okay. Now it is ordered this 3rd day of March 2026. Okay. It is signed by the Honorable Judge LaShae Jackson, Judge Superior Court of DeKalb County. So I don't know what you're going to say about this now, Kenya. When you go live again, please do not debunk this, because, of course, we are reading straight from court documents. This is a legit document signed off by the judge. That's the judge's signature. I don't know where we would find that signature to say that this is a lie. She will go live again to say, oh, these are lies that are out about me. But we will always show court documents to refute those lies. What y'all think about it? Moving right along. Let me see. There's something else I want to show you guys. I'm going to can that and come back to it, because I got to get out of here. All right, we're almost to the end, guys. Well, we got two more topics. Let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, Lord. I know they're gonna be back soon. I will not be watching. I will cover clips that I see that I feel are deemable to share here on my platform. I will not watch the show. They won't get a view out of me. as far as viewership on the show, but I will look at clips on Instagram. That's what I will do. All right, so let's get into it. Shout out to Let F Mel, which is what's boy name? Chris Fletcher. That's his Instagram. I was scrolling and I saw that because I do follow him while he be in the DMs hollering at hoes, while his wife be over there with her Miss Piggy wig on, thinking her husband being faithful. Was that messy? Probably. All right, so let's get into it. Martell is out here giving Ken some unsolicited advice about dating. All right, as if he can give anybody advice. He's telling Ken, find you a younger woman that you can control and get rid of Trish, because she ain't about shit out here. She feeling herself. Every time she lie, her chin get longer. She can't even hold her head down because her damn chin so long. So at the end of the day, Martell is telling Ken, like, get rid of Trish, child, and get you a younger woman that you can up and control, because Trish cannot be controlled. She don't listen real good, right? Yeah, y'all know the bitch chin is so fucking long. Like she can't even put her shit down. It's like this. Y'all. She trying to put her head down, but the chin, child, is like blocking her. But anyway, so let's get into this clip, right? Let's go.
No, I don't want that either. Anything under 30, they act slow.
You make good money. You smooth. You cool. Why? So you control her?
Yeah, that's what I ain't got no time for that.
This one need to be
They want to
controlled.
drink.
If you don't control them, they gonna control you. You ain't seen that? Trish trying to control him, and he do everything.
Martell's biggest thing is control. And it just doesn't work trying to control another person, because they're their own human being. Stop trying to control them.
You can go get you a 20-something-year-old woman.
No, I don't want that either. Anything under 30.
So Martell is telling Ken to get him a 20-something-year-old woman. See, that's what he did. He cheated on Melody and got him a 20-something-year-old, which was Ariane. We already know, with her split ends, okay? Split ends and fucked up teeth. He went out there and put some braces on her teeth and fixed her up. Got her a BBL, and she got a whole new attitude where she felt like she could talk some shit and got her ass red fuck down. But bottom line is, she got her new, old Buick now, from what we hear, according to what Melody was saying. Martell went out here and bought her a Buick since she graduated, child, and got her little paperwork over there from the nursing program. So she out here, child, with her muffler smoking out here, going to save lives and whatnot. But Martell went out here and got him a young one, child. So he is now out here giving bad advice to Ken, who also be here seeking out. Ken's like, bitch, I don't want a younger woman. I want a woman with kids so I can have a fucking place to stay out here, all right? Because when Trish kick him out, where he gonna go? To the next baby mama house, okay? Because that's what he like, baby mamas and whatever. Martell likes slow, young girls that he can control that don't really have a fucking brain out here. Y'all saw the live that I shared with you guys with Martell standing there while Ariane was on live. He was listening to everything she was saying, dictating what she was saying, telling her not to say this, don't say that. And she was sitting there so robotic and acting like she was scared to talk, because he was acting like Mr. Off the Color Purple was about to slap her ass on live. So yeah, that's what it was given. So now he's giving that advice to Ken to do that to Chin. Yeah. But Ken is like, no, I don't want no younger girl because they don't seem smart. Well, your ass don't seem smart either with your big ass bowling ball head. Ain't shit up there but air. And you think you be so funny, okay? That's why I had to read your ass over there. Let me go off the beaten path a little bit, see? Because I made a comment about something over there on Facebook, and Ken, with his black, crispy ass, and don't nobody take that the hard way, okay? If you dark skin, that's not you. We talking about Ken right now, because I love all y'all on my chat. With his crispy, burnt seal looking ass, got up in the comments thinking he gonna read me, and I had to roast and toast his ass over there, and he backed the fuck up off me, all right? I know how to get you off me. Now, I don't give a fuck about you being on this show, but this is my show. I'm on the show too, right here. So when you get smart with me, the clap, I will clap back. Okay, and my clapbacks don't always be nice. So I had to read you from head to toe, and you left me the fuck alone. Because I won't talk to you I won't talk to you anyway. I was talking to someone in the comments, and you came in there trying to be funny because you think you're real funny. You did. You thought you were real funny, but we had to humble you just a little bit on your own platform and did. But you don't really need to be dating anybody, because really you hurt, Trish hurt. Neither one of y'all need to be with anybody. Okay, Trish still hurt from her parents not being here, from her marriage not working out with Marquez, and she's sitting back watching him be happy. And now ain't that how the Lord work? She treated him like shit. Ken treated Marquez like shit. Both y'all sat on a reunion acting like y'all was Queen Elizabeth and her husband child up over there. And now both of y'all asses are unhappy this season. Y'all ain't living together. Trish can't put her head down because her chin, she gonna poke a hole in her chest from her long ass chiseled chin. And both y'all man sitting back looking at Marquez, who y'all said was broke, who is now a whole police officer, got a whole girlfriend who is TV verified out this bitch, and she prettier than Trish. She got more motion than Trish, and Ken and his black ass ain't got nothing but them fucking muscles and that tight ass Bill Cosby sweater that his ass got on. And look at you taking advice from a broke ass nigga that can't read, that failed an open book test all of 5 times trying to tell you how to live your life. Was that too much? Did I go too far? Too late. What y'all think about the sound off, girl? Too late. I already said it now. I don't take nothing back. Sorry, but not sorry. Moving right along. How the fuck you gonna let a nigga that can't read and pass an open book test tell you anything to do? Bitch, get out of here. And please close the door when you leave. Let's get into the next one. Shout out to No Chaser TV, honey. Let's get into this next clip of Love and Marriage Huntsville, where Carlos King, child, is bigging up this show that lost the, what was an award they were supposed to get, child? Lifetime Achievement Award for the show. Ain't got shit, okay? A lifetime of regurgitated storylines. That's the award y'all should have got. But let's get into it, child. Now, I said that we spoke with Carlos King ahead of Love and Marriage Huntsville return, which will return Saturday, child, on at 8 p.m. I won't be there. But said that here Carlos tells us what we can expect between Letitia child, Sharman Scott, and Destiny child, Peyton, who ain't bringing shit else either. And it doesn't sound like things will get resolved. All right. But let's get into this clip so we can break that down, and then we're gonna get on out of here.
Loyalty is more towards nails.
Why are you questioning
I got to know what box to put everybody in.
What's the label on my box?
Don't trust that hoe.
Every joke got some truth to it.
Doors were slammed. I'm speechless. When I say to you, I was like,
I just want you to tell them you're wrong.
If I
don't talk about me behind my back.
You want me to fight with nails?
I'm leaving.
No, don't walk out the door.
I'm leaving.
You need to stop with the bull and this victimization.
Girl, don't you drive that leased car like that. Don't you gun that leased car. You got to take that car back, girl, before they come pick up.
I say to you, the beauty of reality television that I love is the unexpectedness, right? Because that's life. We all go through unexpected situations in our lives. So we did not predict this at all. And that's why it's so shocking. And I thought they had a 1-2-1-2. And I said, okay, like most friends, you have your 1-2-1-2, and then you get past it. Then get past it.
Wait, no.
It's not, Chase, it's shocking. I am still shocked today, and it's real.
Well,
and no spoiler alert, it doesn't get better.
Why Carlos be talking about this show like it's just like, oh my God, it's like the #1 show everywhere. Like, oh my God, everyone is so watching this show. Carlos, I'm sorry to tell you, the show is not popping like it used to. He is still really trying to make this shit work. Like, he's still trying to make this shit work. Like, it's like an old broke down car. Like, and it don't matter how many times you put the fucking jumper cables on it. Just because that bitch crank don't mean it's gonna run. And that's what this show is giving. I'm gonna say it again. It's like an old broke down car that you keep putting the fucking jumper cables on. And just because you crank that bitch, you get excited. But as soon as you put the bitch in drive, it cut back off. That's what Love and Marriage Huntsville is giving out here in these streets, Lord. But let's continue. What y'all think? He be hyping this shit up like it's just the best thing. Some damn sliced bread. This is the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. All right. Now we already know Carlos told Tisha, bitch, turn it up because you're fucking boring. Everybody saying in the comments that they want you off the show because you don't bring shit. Yeah, I said it. And so now she's being extra this season. You gotta pick that style. You pick that style. I'm leaving. Bitch, you been leaving since season 1. Every time somebody say something you don't like, bitch, you grab that fake ass purse and get your sachet, your lopsided BBL having ass. Yes, I said it. Stone over there to your little leased car, girl, and skirt out like somebody give a damn. They wanted your ass to leave anyway. That's probably why they're doing these fake ass arguments, because they don't want your stupid ass around anyway, your childish ass. Destiny, you ain't really got shit popping either. Are you living in your storage unit this season? I don't know, girl. We ain't even gonna start on you. You're the oldest bitch on this show, and you bring nothing but stupidity, because you should be a roadmap to this shit, to these women on the show, if we can call them that. But just seeing that you ain't got shit in your head either over there, because you're allowing Maurice, what season is it? Season 9, to still play the fuck out of you and make you look stupid on national TV. How many times your nigga got to tell you he don't want you? Like, how many ways, like Tony Braxton said, how many ways do we have to tell you he don't want you? And you still sitting there like, what do you mean? Go! Fuck off my screen. I ain't got no more. Child, they got me here hollering. I ain't hollering about this shit no more. We've been talking about this since season 1. Same bullshit, same storylines, just regurgitated. All right. He putting the same shit out there. All they doing is rewording the same shit they said last season. That's it. The same shit they said last season, they rewording it. They changing the word from here and they put it at the end of the sentence. That's all they doing. And playing in their face. And that's why the ratings are reflecting the bullshit. But that's it for my show. I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to hit the like button. That's exactly what that shit is. I was like, y'all cannot pull the cover over my eyes, okay? One thing I'm not is slow. I'm like, we heard this shit before, okay? Carlos, you're not bringing anything new to the show, and that's why your ratings, and that's why the people ain't watching this bullshit, okay? But I thank y'all. Please don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the new parody videos that I put out yesterday. I put some on Rails World as well as Kelman Rail Show page, so y'all check those out. Run the likes up for me if you can on that. Yes, child, starless, honey, starless. Shout out to my top flight mods in the house, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, as well as True TV Podcast. I almost forgot, y'all. Thank you to all of my content creators that stopped by to support as well. Again, happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday to Miss Mary, honey. Miss Mary, y'all continue to give her the birthday shout outs. And thank you to everybody in the chat as well as everyone in the bushes, I guess. Okay. Haters, thank y'all for being here as well, because views do matter like Black lives. Okay. We love you guys down. I will see you guys later on today for a pop-in. So please keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. Let's get into our theme song, girl.
Hey. Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's your girl.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest type in tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramelian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I titleize. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I ain't amplified. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest pipe and tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramelian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah. It's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. See you guys later. Bye.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.